Why wouldn't you ask LeBron James for change for a dollar bill? Because he'll only give you 3/4. No more of those jokes. LeBron James has finally won his first ring. And I'm surprised I'm saying this right now, but I'm actually not as disappointed as I thought that Miami won. They deserved it. They wanted it more than OKC. My biggest disappointment of the championship was OKC's heart. I mean, they lost 3 in a row. You would think they'd come out of the gate and try to, take the series back to Oklahoma. But after the second quarter, you knew they gave up. I mean, they were just chucking up threes. They just took a lot of shots out of desperation. And they just kept missing while, Mike Miller, Shane Battier, LeBron James, they just dominated the whole game. And, you seen LeBron celebrating. I don't know, I wasn't mad. I never wanted him to win a championship, but after watching him play, he was a lot different than he was last year. He was willing to take the ball at crunch time, especially after that Game 2 shot over Sefolosha in the fourth quarter. You knew he was a different player. I mean, that was clutch. And you knew he was going to take that momentum throughout the whole series. You knew OKC was in trouble. I still thought OKC would win just like the rest of the country, but they obviously surprised us that, they lost 4 in a row after that Game 1 win. I think OKC's going to be okay next year. They have some changes to make, such as, Westbrook needs to stop at least lessening his shots. It's Durant's team. Durant should be taking most of the shots, not Westbrook. Westbrook's a talented player, but at the same time, Durant's the one that needs the ball because he's an unbelievable lethal scorer. Now back to LeBron. If you guys saw his Sunday conversation, he was very modest, very humble. If you talked to him last year, who knows what he would say. I mean, obviously it'd be something a lot of people wouldn't like. But he was very humble and, it shows that he actually grew from that immature kid to a man in just 1 year. And obviously he's taken a lot of scrutiny, a lot of criticism, a lot of jokes especially, but I think he used that as fuel to win that championship. I mean, I don't think any player has had to deal with that kind of criticism ever. I mean, he was probably the most hyped up basketball player ever. I mean, we knew about him since he was 16. He didn't do that good in Cleveland, even though, he took him to a championship with no one else around him. And he left. He left Cleveland after 7 years. I understand why he left Cleveland. For those who don't know, it was an ugly ending. He did it on national TV that he would take his talents to South Beach. That's why I hate him, because he made it such a huge media circus where pretty much I feel like he disrespected the whole city of Cleveland. But if he did it in a more quiet way, just said, look, I'm not getting it done here. You've had 7 years. I think I need to move on. I totally understand that. I mean, Gilbert screwed up pretty bad because he had, a diamond in the rough. If you have someone like LeBron James on your team, you need to build a championship team. And Gilbert did not do that. I mean, he surrounded himself, he got Mo Williams or Antoine Jamison. I mean, those should not be your second scorers. I mean, you cannot blame LeBron for leaving, but the way he did it, that's what I don't like. But as a player, I respect him so much because especially now, after he finally won that championship, I mean, he just showed heart. I mean, he was just unbelievable. I mean, he ended Game 5 with a triple-double. You cannot not be happy for him, He's still probably the most hated person in the NBA, but I bet you after this championship, he's probably going to be one of the most respected players. He's going to be, up in the, not quite Kobe's level, but he's getting there. LeBron still has a lot to prove. He promised not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5 championships. He still has a lot to prove, but that one was the hardest. Now it's time to defend it, and that's going to be a tough objective. Derrick Rose is going to be back. Indiana's on the rise. Boston, if they're able to keep the big 3, you never know. They surprised us this year. Everyone's going to want to beat Miami now. So we'll see what happens next year. It's going to be exciting, and I'm actually kind of happy for Miami now. They're not going to be as it's not going to be a media circus anymore because, again, they finally got their first championship. And I have to actually. I have a good friend of mine that is a huge LeBron fan. He's stuck with him since the decision. I mean, we've argued countless hours over the phone, in person, etc. over why LeBron did what he did. Why is he one of the probably one of the greatest players in NBA history. I mean, I was texting him today for, God, 8 hours straight, just arguing about it. But I gotta give it to him. He stuck with him, and that's a real fan right there. And, you know, a lot of people would not back LeBron like he did, and now it paid off. And, you know, I actually want to congratulate LeBron. It's one of the best NBA seasons in a long time. And it was exciting, and I hope next year's just as exciting. You know, in my future episodes, I want to get into probably, you know, draft preview or off season, especially what the Warriors should draft. Who, you know, who's moving, who's not. And then we're going to be doing a fantasy football preview probably mid-July, end of July, around that time, before preseason. I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next episode.